Welcome to Gaia's Love, a podcast of brief messages to help humanity bridge the gap to the new earth. My name is Vivienne Gerard. It is my delight to be a scribe for consciousness today, sharing the wisdom that flows through from Source. Here we go. Episode 137. It is Thursday. Today it is Valentine's Day, so I begin by wishing you, as you listen to this, a very happy day where we explore and celebrate this idea of love. Today and always, but today especially, there's a lot of emphasis placed on telling those around us how much we love them, and so it just makes it a really beautiful day. Or perhaps a very painful day, depending on how love is being sent out and reflected back to us. So I thought what would serve today, all right, let me rephrase that. What my soul thought would serve today is this title of Infinite Love. And it came through right as I was about to start recording. And of course, my mind goes to, what does that mean? What do we talk about? What's it going to be? And so I am surrendering to this flow of love that is going to be moving through, just as I invite you to surrender to receiving however this flow of love is going to land in your awareness, in your lap, in your heart. Quick weather report before we start. It is a little warmer in Cincinnati, still gray. We had a beautiful sunrise this morning, which is going to be the image that I will share. I got in the car with my son to drive him to school, and I stopped the car and got back out and took a picture in our driveway because it was just gorgeous. And then as we were driving down our hill and up some other hills to get to the traffic light, it was just the sky of purples. I mean, just magnificent. Magnificent. And now it's all gray again, so I feel like we were greeted with this beautiful, colorful wallop of love from Source, the sun, from this beautiful planet. It was just this incredible good morning. Good morning. I send you some love on Valentine's Day. If you're paying attention, here it is, the whole sky. It was so beautiful. And by the time I got home, it was all gone, but we were there in the moment, and it was amazing. All right, so infinite love. I guess I begin by saying, as souls in human bodies, I feel like we come into this lifetime, each lifetime, with an awareness of the capacity to love. We have that spark inside of us at a soul level that comes into the human form that knows that we are one with everybody, with everything, with nature, with the sun, the sky, the waters, with God, Source, with every other soul in a human body. We know when we arrive that we are all one. And as we become more, what would the word be? Familiar with the density of this earthly plane, of the physical experiences, we are more attuned to what we see and touch and feel, in front of us, versus what we sense in the innermost part of ourselves. And so we start to tune out these ways that we have believed we are all connected, interconnected. And we start to see ourselves as separate, as individuals. And that is the beauty of being in a human body, of being on earth. It is about exploring our individuality, our own expression, our own thoughts, our own creations, our own limitations, our own judgments, our flaws and weaknesses as much as our strengths and gifts. This human journey is about complete separation from everyone else in some way, and then finding a way back right? You think about the idea of a soul is birthed into a body. A soul arrives in a human body with oneness of the mother, and then is separated from the mother in the act of birth, and then lives as an individual the entire lifetime until we die and we return back into that same cocoon of oneness with our God, our source, with all of those souls waiting to reunite with us on the other side. We are greeted again at the end of this human journey as a collective, one, whole, breath, life, love. We come back into that. So from the time we're born till the time we die, it's just this exploration of being an individual. And it gets really hard. There are times when that feeling of isolation and being separate and not being fully connected is heartbreaking, is exhausting, is isolating. It's so much. And in that forgetting, when we have those moments of remembering how we're all one, of touching that again, this idea of infinite love, when we have those breaths of just bliss, just incredible unity with everything, it's like the veil slides a little bit to the side and we suddenly remember, oh my gosh, yes, the whole world is sparkling. Everyone loves me today. Everything is just gorgeous. Like when we have those moments of feeling absolute unity, it expands that little spark inside of us, and there's hope, there's inspiration. Maybe we could create that, here in this world. Maybe it could be something that happens more often in our lives. Where we get hung up on it is when we associate it with some other person gives me that, or some other thing outside of me gives me that. And so we're hoping that spark, that feeling of unity is going to get easier, and we're attaching it to experiences or people. I don't know if I'm saying this quite as perfectly as I'm trying to, but I'm giving it my best effort. What I believe the ultimate surrender to infinite love is when we find it within ourselves. When we do all this exploration of being separate or isolated or forgotten or left behind or whatever, when we go through all of that and then we discover, we remember inside of ourselves just how infinite we are, how infinite our capacity to love is, how in simply standing in the morning and looking at the sky and taking a picture of a sunrise, we are surrounded, enveloped in this infinite love by simply stopping everything, being fully present and taking in the beauty. Infinite love just pours through us, fills us up, and then radiates out into the world. And the more we have those moments of feeling it within ourselves, first, foremost, when we have those moments over and over and over and over and over and over again, it's like this, it's like unity radiates from us outwards. That knowing that we are one with ourselves, with everything, with everyone, we feel it in us so firmly, so solidly, so infinitely, that it radiates out into our conversations in this moment, out into the podcast. Like, I know this to be true. And so that remembering of how I am one with everything, it goes out to you, and you can touch the feeling of that, and then it sparks that remembering inside of you that you are infinite love. And then as you have more and more of those moments, you spark that in the other people around you, and it just it just grows. It just grows. It expands. It becomes more and more normal. It becomes more and more a part of each day, not just some rare moment that we experience once in a lifetime. It becomes a daily feeling, a daily expression. And then infinite love is literally just flowing through us. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And it's inclusive. It's not about separating. You know, what I feel when I tap into this feeling right now of, I know we're all one. I know I came into this world one with everything, and I know when I leave, I'm returning back to being one with everything. It's just this human experience where I've sort of had forgettings of it, or many moments of not remembering it. When I share that, it's with such a sense of, I want you to feel it too. Can you feel it? Can you feel what I'm describing? It's inclusive. It's welcoming others into that remembering of infinite love. It's not possessive, like, well, I have it and you don't, or I'm in the experience and you're not. It's like, yes, come in here with me. Come feel this with me. It's so good. That's infinite love. It welcomes each of us back into this oneness. It reminds us, you thought you were separate. You believed you were forgotten. It's not so. It's not so. And what I know about this infinite love is it's not attached to religion. It just isn't. It's pure love with no structure of rules or requirements, or you follow my way or you don't, or you follow that way or you don't. It's not that. It is religion free. It is literally just, or maybe that's not true. It's inclusive of all religions. It doesn't exclude anyone's faith or belief. It's inclusive of every idea, every belief, because it all just returns back to love. Everything just folds back into this infinite love. It's hard to put words to it, and my hope, my wish, my blessing, my prayer is that you can touch the feeling of this. You can hear in my voice how true infinite love is, how inclusive it is, how majestic, magnificent it is, and that it includes everyone. There's room for all in this feeling. So I find for myself, this is just my experience of it, when I am present with the beauty of nature, when I am looking at colors in the sky, animals, growth of trees and grass and flowers, the water, when I am in nature and present with nature, it is so easy to tap into this feeling of infinite love. It is so easy. It is just, you just tune everything else out and feel the abundance and the beauty of all of the senses being turned on by nature. And so that, to me, that's if there's a word like a shortcut to infinite love, perhaps that's not the right word. There's a way to slide through all the density and just be in the space of infinite love, and nature is that way to slide through the density. So perhaps that's a way to explain, this podcast. When I created this podcast called Gaia's Love, it's filled to overflowing with this infinite love that our planet has for the souls in human bodies who walk around in this womb of Gaia, this womb of Earth. It is such a pure expression of infinite love. Right? Come be here in this space, and I will shower you with beauty. overflow you with the abundance of my resources. Just come be. Gaia doesn't have religion or politics. Our politics and religion, I believe, are impacting the energy field of this planet. But the energy itself of Earth, of Gaia, it's infinite love, it's inclusive. And so when the human experience feels heavy and overwhelming, and the human expression of love feels painful, we can slide through the density and go outside and look at the sky, marvel at the beauty of this world, and we will touch right back into infinite love. And there's always more, because that's the definition of infinite love. There's always more. So you can fill up today, and then tomorrow you can go back outside and you can do it again. And that's the greatest delight of being alive on this planet. You will never run out of those beautiful moments of touching infinite love. And the more you do that, the more we fill ourselves up, the more it overflows out into those around us. So I humbly offer my expression, my translation of infinite love. Thank you for tuning in to today's vibration. Let's take this message of pure love out into all of our communities and continue expanding love here on Gaia. So much love from my heart to yours.